Hello and welcome to another xTex tutorial video. Today we're going to be recoloring multicolored materials inside CLO3D using masks that we've generated inside xTex's recoloring tool and then doing some editing inside Photoshop on those masks. So to start things off, all we need to do is have a material open inside xTex, make sure that you have the base color map selected, and then go ahead and click that little paint drop icon to open up the recoloring tool. When you open up a map for the first time inside the recoloring tool, it will try to automatically define how many colors are in this image. And as you can see here, it found 4 for us by default. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is go into the top right corner where you see the color slider, and I'm going to manually type in 2 because I just want to simplify this. I want there to be 2 colors, the blue and the black. And as far as working in xTex, that's pretty much all we have to do. Now I can go to File, Export Masks, and from there, I just choose a location where I want to save these 2 masks that are going to be created. And I generally just like to save them inside the material folder itself. Next, we're going to be working inside Photoshop. So I am going to take these 2 masks that we've created inside xTex and drag and drop them into Photoshop. Basically, what we're going to be doing inside Photoshop is removing all of the black from these images. We want the white, but the black needs to become transparent. So we are going to be making selections in different ways to make sure that all of the areas that are too dark are going to be deleted and become transparent, and we keep all of the light areas. To do that, I'm going to start by going to Select, Color Range, and then I will hold Shift on my keyboard and select all of the really black pixels. I don't want to go too much into the light grays. Just select all the darkest pixels. Then from there, over on the right-hand side where my layers are, I need to create a new layer and make a copy of the background layer. And then I'm going to hide the original background layer. Once I've done that, I need to make sure that new layer I've created is under my background copy. Select the background copy with our selection that we got from the Select Color Range tool, and then delete. Just press delete, and that should give you a nice transparent view on all of those black pieces. Once that's done, that's really everything that we need to do for this mask. So I'm going to run the exact same steps through on the next one. So again, I select color range, choose all of the black areas, create a new layer, create a background copy, make sure that layer is under the background copy. I didn't like fully. I think there's some pixels that are still too dark on this selection, even after I've deleted it. So I am going to go through and make another selection on the darkest pixels in this. And then once I'm ready to save this out, I need to merge those layers and then save this image. And last but not least, here we are inside CLO3D. I've already set my material up, my fabric. And what we need to do then is if you go to the texture slot where you have your color map set, you will click on the color editor button. And then we are just going to add these masks as layers inside this color editor. And you can see as I add one of those maps in, all of those white areas are overlaid by that white. And so now once we have both of our masks in, essentially all we do is pick a new color to overlay the white in. And now I can just fully customize what colors I want to be where on this material. And if you want to do this, there's no limit to how many masks you can have. If you have a material with 10 colors, you could have 10 different masks and make sure that they're all the correct color inside xTex and then change them to whatever you want inside CLO3D. And the cool thing about this is if you have your colorways already built up inside CLO, then you can just make sure you're using the exact same colors. You're not having to use xTex or Photoshop to do all of your recoloring if you already have a recoloring workflow built in to, whatever you're using inside CLO. But that's about it. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments, feel free to let us know. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Have a good day.